we can see from some of the signings that he has been back. This is Jurgen Klopp's 17th and final transfer window. And more often than not, he and Liverpool have got it right when it comes to recruitment. Lee, as I mentioned, here's a selection of some of Jurgen Klopp's signings. Who would be the number one for you?
Do you know what? It's so difficult, isn't it, just looking at that because of the calibre of player there. And, you know, Mane was one of my sort of favourites, and I think what he did to get the best out of Mane as well. But I just go above, and you can't hide the fact that Salah's just been unbelievable. You know, from watching him at Chelsea and not really being a player that you'd even consider what he is now at Liverpool. And I think that's just transformed down to Klopp of what he gets out of his players, because he's been remarkable for Liverpool.
And there's every type of transfer here as well, Lee. Look, you've got Joel Matip free. Andy Robertson. Oh. Like, we started, was it Queen's Park? Then Hull, £8 to £10 million. Like, the way he's developed him. Yeah. I mean, yes, Virgil van Dijk cost a lot of money. Every Liverpool fan watching us now will go, worth every penny.
Yeah, it is. I think, like you say, you look at that board there in particular and you just think, wow. And they've got more players that we haven't even seen on there. But Mo Salah, I think you just have to look at what he's produced number-wise, goals, and he's got the best out of him by a long, long stretch.
I asked you earlier in the show about, you know, the importance of a sporting director, because in those 17 transfer windows, it doesn't seem that Liverpool have got many of those wrong. They seem to hit the jackpot with nearly every single bit of their recruitment. And that's not only just down to the manager, it's the recruitment team and the sporting director as well, isn't it? Yeah,
well, I think you look at Liverpool's model, if you like, and they're not a team that go out and, you know, spend fortunes and bring lots of players in, are they? They've got a base and they've got a structure of how they work. You know, even I think wage structure that's been something that's always been talked about. So you're dead right. You have to look, and that's where you have to look from the top of what they've brought into the football club and how good it's actually been. Because the players they brought in, there hasn't been many that have really not been a hit at the football club. You know, you'd have to dig quite deep to actually figure that out. But there's been players that have been brought in. You know, even the likes of Origi, who was sort of a bench player who scored goals, important goals. But, you know, I just think the whole package at Liverpool is going to be sadly missed, and they have to make sure that they get it right.
Do you think there was one issue Liverpool had maybe I remember being at Wembley when Spurs beat Liverpool 4-1, and then the summer after... the reason why I'm saying that, no, I'll tell you why I say, because Spurs didn't make a signing the summer after, maybe because of situations financially. They went and bought Virgil van Dijk, and that guy there.
Yes.
Like, there's always been Liverpool, sometimes they've had grobbelars, haven't they? Not Sander Westerveld. This guy is arguably, if not one of the best goalies around.
He is. I think the mould and as you said, I think having a world-class goalkeeper in Alisson is just, you know, it just sets the benchmark throughout the side. I think we always look at their forward players, don't we, and what they produce and the numbers of goals that they produce. Even Jota, you know, he wasn't one of them players that you would think, is he going to fit in a Liverpool shirt? They've seen something in him for sure, and he's producing numbers that you wouldn't expect from Jota. But this is the thing where you've got background people who are looking into numbers, stats, what they do, what they can produce. Do they fit in a Liverpool shirt? This is where it's top class.